currently checking in with the Celebrity Traitors stars as they get banished and murdered from the BBC hit series. Ed Gamble's no stranger to twists and unexpected turns. In fact, when it comes to his own personal life, he's experienced a few curveballs of his own, especially within his relationship with his now wife, Charlie Jamison. The Uncloaked podcast host, 39, has been married to TV development producer Charlie, 32, since 2021, but their journey down the aisle wasn't all smooth sailing. Between pandemic pushbacks and cold feet, the comedian and his spouse had a tough old time before they could get close to saying, "I do." The ultimate setup. Ed and Charlie were in a relationship for 11 years before tying the knot and were initially set up on a date after being introduced by mutual friends in 2010. After almost a decade of dating, Ed decided it was time to pop the question and ask Charlie to marry him while on holiday in Japan in October 2018. Despite getting down on one knee, the comedian admitted on his podcast he hosts with Charlie that he was hesitant to get married. He told her, "I always talked about not wanting to get married, but I talked about not being for the institution of marriage. I am still not for the institution of marriage. I am for my marriage and my marriage alone." The couple eventually picked a date, and when did Charlie marry Ed? As restrictions rolled in, Ed and Charlie struggled to make their wedding happen, and it would ultimately take 3 tries before they were officially husband and wife. Ed tweeted about their final attempt that was at a register office and said at the time, "I always knew I'd have to cancel 3 weddings. I just never thought they'd all be to the same woman." The TV producer also shared her own thoughts on their struggles to tie the knot and wrote, "2 weeks until we get married. The closest we've got out of all the attempts thus far. Please, please let it happen. Please." Charlie's pleas were finally answered on September 9th, 2021 at Hester House in Buckinghamshire. Ed and his wife said, "I do" in the countryside in front of many a famous face, including the likes of James Acaster and Nish Kumar. Charlie shared pictures from her big day online and simply captioned the gallery, September 9th, 21, signing off her post with a ring emoji.